Yo, what's up? So, let's continue from my last point. Um, so last time I stopped at the part where I had to upgrade the firmware, right? According to the notification which I got on the screen, there was version A installed on the VTX, right here. It's basically the video transmitter, and a version B was installed on the goggles. So yeah, as I said, that was what I wanted to do next, and I did actually something off stream. Like I updated the goggles already. It's not that complicated, but um, maybe maybe I should just tell you like what I did. So let's take some out. All right, so basically, oh wait, where is my pointer? Where is my plastic pencil? Oh yeah, let's take it. Or maybe no, let's maybe use something else because it's hard to see. Yeah, it's hard to see with it. Okay, let me search for a moment. I remember that I actually had here somewhere a laser pointer. Perhaps, perhaps it might come handy. If it's not here, maybe it's in this box. Yeah. Okay. Um. Okay. So So basically, obviously, what you're gonna need, what are you gonna need for the upgrade of the goggles? You need the goggles, obviously, right? Besides that, you're gonna need an SD card, right? I have one from SanDisk. I bought it like years ago. Yeah, 16 gigabyte. That is what worked for me. All right, and you're gonna need some sort of a card reader, right? I have some random USB 3.0. It's basically the old port card reader. Here is the slot for your SD card. Yeah. So when you're gonna upgrade the goggles, first of all, you're gonna need the software, right? So can I share you my screen? Display capture. Alright, I think I saved it somewhere here on the FPV. Yes, on the FPV folder. Here we have the manuals, right? So my goggles are from Voxnail, so this is the site from Voxnail. And we're gonna scroll down to the firmware. So we have avatar goggles. Yeah, here, stable version 4.5. Let's get this one. So you basically download the file, and when you have downloaded the file, I have it somewhere here. Avatar goggles, firmware. Then basically this is gonna be a zip file, and if you extract the zip file, you will have this folder. the firmware folder. You have also like some sort of an update work, or also something in Chinese. I think here was somewhere a file which actually, yeah, here this file, it actually tells you how to do the upgrade. Yeah. Anyways, but basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your file. In my example, it's gonna be this one, because the goggles are avatar, and the model is X, and ground, it stands for goggles. Sky stands for your drone, and ground stands for goggles. You take this file, you're gonna put it into the SD card, like completely empty SD card, I would say. There should be nothing else. Let me actually show you that as an example, so you know what I was doing here. Okay, let's put the SD card in to the adapter, and now we're gonna put it in. Yeah, you can hear the sound already. So this is my card, and you can see I have here the file. This file was generated automatically during the update. That's not a file which I have put in here. Yeah, anyways, so you put in here the file. And also an important point is I basically wasted maybe like half an hour or something of my time. But yeah, I better show you it. The important point is the format of your SD card. So basically, you need a format FAT FAT32, and also not only that, you need also a certain setting with which your SD card or your data um, data holder, right? Your memory card uh, writes the data itself. So basically, you must also choose 32 kilobytes. I didn't use that, and I actually didn't read anywhere that you should set the settings. So I had headaches for maybe like 30 minutes on hours to solve that problem. But important thing is that the format is FAT32, and the basically the unit format, if you are writing the bytes, it should be on 32 kilobytes. Um, yeah, usually if you format it with default settings, it will be something like 4096 bytes or 8000 bytes, but it will be not 32. 32 is something that you have to choose yourself when you're formatting your yeah, your data holder, your chip, um your SD card basically. um yeah, and why you're gonna need that? Like, if you're not gonna do that, you will have a big problem, and I'm gonna show you why, or what is it exactly. Let's turn off the display capture. Yeah, so basically, if you have your goggles, the SD card goes in here, and if you're gonna put in the SD card and then you're gonna boot your goggles, what is gonna happen is following. Um, these goggles, they have something like a BIOS or a bootloader, and then they have an operating system. First of all is the bootloader loading, and then the operating system. And the bootloader is basically the software which is responsible for the update or for the upgrade of the goggles. So if your format of the SD card is not 32, it's not FAT32, and also the way it writes the data is not 32 kilobytes, but is a standard issue like 8000 or 4096 kilobytes. The bootloader cannot read your SD card. So basically, yeah, when the goggles are booted, the goggles will be able to read the SD card, but the bootloader itself will be not able to read the SD card, and because of that, yeah, your upgrade will fail. It will basically not start because the card is unreadable. Right, your storage container is unreadable. And how I understand it is, yeah, it's like you have your, if I could maybe like show it visually, right? Like how it should be. You can imagine. Yeah, actually, I can just use my working pad as an example. So you can imagine it in that way. That when the bytes are written to a system, they are like different. Okay, let me adjust the camera. Yeah, so what I meant with the kind of like style how the data is written onto onto your device with the SD card. The important thing is those 32 kilobytes. And why are they important? Because what I imagine is it's kind of like a certain, I would say it's like a certain storage rule. Yeah, it's a storage rule basically. So just say it like that: on your device, on your bootloader, on your goggles, your storage containers are like that, right? They have all three the same, kind of like the same length and width, and you are basically trying to put in something bigger in there or something smaller, like just in that case, don't take it like word for word, but it would be something like that, right? It doesn't fit, and the bootloader is only able to read it in this way, right? It fits. So you must have this format on, yeah, you must have this format on your goggles, not on your goggles, excuse me, you must have this format on your SD card, so it basically fits into the understanding of the bootloader in these goggles, and it can actually read your card. I hope I could explain it somewhat somehow, yeah, but anyways, I have finished the upgrade. Like when you do the upgrade, it's something like there are like several steps. Basically, you put in your SD card, where I have told you. Then you are gonna charge the goggles. After they are connected to your electricity, you can just turn them on, and actually they should turn themselves on. You don't have to click anything. After you put in the power, yeah, after you put in the power here in that slot, it will turn on automatically. It will just boot. So when it boots, give it a little time, like give the goggles some time to boot. But when they have booted, you have here some sort of a hole, like in front on the right side. So this hole is actually a link button. When the SD card is inside, you're gonna hold that link button for like 10 seconds, 8 seconds. It varies, but I would assume it's like around 10 seconds, something like that. So then kind of like a peep sound is heard, and the peep sound means I am in the upgrade mode, right? Or update mode. and the goggles start to update themselves. Yeah, and then after that, like they're gonna update maybe in like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It depends. In my case, it was like around, mm, I think it was like around 5 minutes. Um, yeah, just make sure that your that the goggles are charged and they have enough battery capacity, so they don't basically go out of electricity during the upgrade or the update. It's important. Um, According to the file, it says it might end in a bricked system. Anyways, the update with the goggles is done, and from what I understand, for the VTX, for this device here, the video transmitter, the procedure is the same. Um, so what that means is we can actually do it now. So first of all, we are I'm gonna show you my screen, and let's just open the folder. So I installed the version 39.44.5. All files have here the same version. And now I'm gonna need the file for my drone. Ground sky. I have here one sky file. I actually have here two sky files. One is the moonlight sky and one is just avatar sky. Okay, you know what? Let's maybe take this file here. We're gonna put it into the SD card. Let's delete this file. The file for the goggles is not needed now. Yeah, now we have the avatar file. Let's remove now that basically safely. Hardware can be removed. Alright, cool. So let's now end the display recording. Alright. So I have showed you what I have done with the goggles. We don't need them right now. Let's put them just aside. Alright. Let's take the SD card. Um, so we need a battery. Okay. Yeah, anyways, I think it's good. Alright, let's take the card. Let's put the adapter beside. So, I don't know, can you see it? You have here on the side the slot for the SD card. I'm gonna assume I'm gonna have to put it in, but let me see how the pins are aligned so I actually don't damage the pins, right? It would be yeah. I'm just gonna see how the pins are aligned. Alright, so I think it is like that. I don't know, it feels strange. It feels like I did something wrong. Yeah, but oh my god. Don't tell me that I have put it wrongly. It says put it that side. I have did it like how it's shown here. How can I take it out now? Beautiful. I hate such moments. So I have put it the exactly. I have put it the way. I don't understand it. Like, so here's a picture, right? I have put the SD card according to that picture. Hmm. The pins are at the bottom. It should work that way. Like, that's the right way. I don't know I don't know how am I supposed to take out the SD card. Like it's really strange. Who would make such a stupid design? Yeah, but it says the sharp basically should go in that way. Right? It makes no sense to put it in that way. Yeah, I'm gonna put it the same way how I have put it before. But I don't feel anything. Usually, it just went in. But how am I supposed to take it out? I don't know. Honestly, I just don't know. I don't know. Let's just do what we have intended, of what we wanted to do. Turn it on. Now I'm gonna need the goggles. Because I won't be able to see what's going on there. Okay. Okay, goggles are booting on. So according according to the guide, right? The guidelines, to the tutorial, whatsoever, to the cheat sheet or to the sheet, we're gonna need to hold this button for 7 seconds. Right? I'm gonna show you which one. It's this one. 7 seconds. I don't know. Why are my goggles? Why are they making that beep sound? Low voltage. Uh-huh. So I'm gonna have to load the battery a lot. Okay, not a problem. As this battery we're gonna charge, and instead we're gonna take another one which should be somewhat charged. Okay. Alright. Let me turn on my charger. Okay, and I want to charge this battery. 3.7, 3.7. It's actually like halfway charged. I don't know why. Anyways, Alright, let's charge. What is it? It's wiper. Cell voltage is 4.2, 6S exactly, and current setting. Let's go safely. 1.1 ampere. Start. Alright, he's charging. Yeah. So where was I? So it says standby mode. No, actually, I can see now. It's first time that I can see from the camera. That's actually cool. I can see myself. Yikes. That's that's beautiful. That's beautiful, honestly. Yeah, anyways, I mean, yeah, that's cool. But what about the update? Uh, if I go now onto settings, I wanna go to device. We are gonna go to device info. So, Google's software version 3944.5, TX SV version, software version 3944.5. Alright, I got the same version. I don't know how it updated so fast. Yeah, but it has my update. Alright, that means that I actually can now remove the SD card. Let's turn off the drone maybe. I don't wanna fumble there with some metal tweezers when there's a current inside of it. It's so hard to take it out. Like maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Like if you had the Avatar GT GT kit and yeah, you worked with it, maybe you can give me an advice, you know. Perhaps there is somewhere a button because if I just push it, it doesn't go out. Like I have basically to tweeze it out. Okay. You know what? It actually feels like I'm doing something wrong. What is that dot here? Doesn't do anything. Okay, I got it out. Beautiful. Wait, but what does it mean actually? Basically, basically the drone works, right? So the VTX works. My goggles are linked with the drone. The camera works. So I don't know, like it seems like I need to put in the capacitor. I need to mount my camera kind of like steady so it doesn't wobbles and it stays on one poise steady. I can put in or put on the rotors, and I think next step would be beta flight. Makes sense. That actually makes sense. All right. So yeah, transmitter is disconnected. Okay. So let's maybe do it, right? Let's maybe do it. Um, I don't need the smoke stopper now. Yeah. All right. Um, where was my capacitor? Yeah, that's the top frame. I'm gonna need it later. Also, I'm gonna need to solder the control to the drone. Where have I put in the capacitor? Like, oh wait, it's here. It was actually here the whole time. Okay. Is there something else? No, that's it. All right. Show display. That is actually done. We don't need that. That is also what we don't need. We don't need that. We don't need Discord. Alright, so let's continue. Let's open Gemini. And let's Alright, to our bad boy. It says the condensator should go with the bright side on the minus on the AC. So I would assume that one is minus. Wait, why it goes directly? It goes directly onto ESC. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because electricity, it's the voltage. It goes directly through those two cables. But where I am supposed to place it, like I have no space. I literally don't have space. Um, yeah. Uh, didn't thought about that. Uh, anyways, let's just close the display capture. Yeah, so basically Gemini said to me minus from the condensator, or in English it would be capacitor, I guess. The minus goes onto the minus, right, on the black one, and the plus goes on the red one. But it is my first build. I didn't knew that it would should go onto those two cables, right? I thought maybe I could solder it somewhere here, or maybe somewhere here, but yeah, I didn't thought that it will go on the same place. I don't have space for the capacitor. I think I'm gonna put it underneath. I don't see other. I don't see a different solution for now. I mean, where I'm supposed to put it. I can't put it here on top, right? Here goes the battery. But the battery is actually not so big. Like, oh, okay, it's big, but but still, like even it's like big, yeah, but I don't know. Here from the sides, like that. But isn't it like a design flaw if I have a battery close to the capacitor? I mean, the capacitor is supposed to save me, right? To save the drone. So if this thing somehow starts to burn or to blow and the capacitor is damaged, it will probably burn my drone. But if the battery is damaged anyways and it starts to burn, the drone is probably dead. It's dead either way. Okay, but what about the cooling? Like, it's not. I mean, I think it's all right. I could put it on top. Yeah, like I could put it on top. But if I'm gonna put it on top, I cannot desolder, right? Like I can If I unscrew the drone, wait, if I put it below, can I put it underneath it, like somewhere here maybe? Hold it with a zip tie here on the side. Right, the cables will be like here, right? So the ventilator or the fan is not in physical obstruction with the cables. And then I'm just gonna kind of like use a zip tie, and but I would need to make the capacitor the cables on the capacitor longer. Yeah, that's a problem. Hmm, I don't know. It also would be just easy if I put it underneath, honestly, and just solder it to. Yeah, but I think it's still too short. Like even if I'm gonna do it from underneath, like in that way, it's still too short. Yeah. But I think that's like the best way. And like, okay, let me recheck it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Let's do it. All right. So first of all, we're gonna work with the condensator. I need my soldering iron. Let me water the sponge. Be right back. Alright, so we're gonna need some cables. I don't know, let's maybe take this too. Seem fine. Um, let's take a cutter. Alright, where's my soldering iron? Let's turn it on. Okay. Okay, cool. So we're gonna need some flux. I have still here a little bit of flux. Need to order some more. Yeah, anyway, so I got some flux. Yes, actually, it's always so messy when you take flux. Let's just take a piece of paper. Alright, so I need some soldering cables. Yes. I need to protect my mouth and my eyes. Okay, here's a scarf. Glasses. Alright, let's open the window. So, okay. I don't know if it's actually gonna work because cables are kind of different. I mean, metal is metal, right? It should work. It would be actually good if I could hold it somehow down. Okay, let me maybe. Wait, I don't need the drone right now. Let's put it aside. Okay. So can I use these arms? Um, I don't know. Will they not damage my No. Yeah, I don't know how to solve this. let's go. But let's go like not 450. I think when I'm working with 450, I feel like I'm breaking the soldering iron. Let's go maybe 380. Let's go 380. Okay. I did a mess already. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Okay, I need more solder on the cables. So put the capacitor aside. Now that is probably something where I could use the hands, right? Would make sense. I think it would. How can I rotate them? Can I? Okay, I need flux. More than enough. Okay. So I'm now supposed to connect the cables. Um, yeah. Would be cool if I could like somehow elevate it a little bit. Just I don't know. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Should I solder with my left hand? But if I'm gonna do it without tweezers, it's gonna get hot, right? Yeah, it's a bad idea. Um, let's do it differently. We are gonna actually put it on the right side. And we're gonna take some tweezers Uh, okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's honest work, right? Okay, let's maybe should adjust it just a little bit, not much. I think it's fine, honestly. Um, Now I messed the wolf wax here, messed everything up, but it is what it is, you know. Let the gravity do its job. But I don't wanna spread it too much because I still have kinda like the joint here, right? But I must still have material on the joint. Okay, yeah, come on, heat up. I think it's good. Honestly, it seems not bad. Now let's adjust the second one. Need to rotate it a little bit. No, come on. Oops. Does not really stick. And you know why it does not stick? Because there's not enough wax. Always the same reason. Just grab it. No, 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 no. That was not supposed to happen. Let's go. But it's so hard because it does not want to stick. Yeah, I don't know. It became much more uglier, but grab it by that side and that's it. All right, it's enough. Um, I need to remove my battery from the charging station. It beeps the whole time. It's basically nearly completely full. So, so let's do it. Turn off the soldering iron. 4.2, 4.2, 4.2, 4.2, 4.2, 4.2. Charging is done. All right. So this one is full, and the second one is also full. Okay, I have two full batteries. Um, okay. Yeah. Let's clean this up a little bit. Be right back. All right. So where was I? Let's take the drone. The plan was to put it from below, right? The cable's actually much longer than I needed. Um, that might be not a bad idea, you know. Maybe I can, maybe I can put it now, the capacitor just inside in front of it, you know. We're gonna just lead the cables underneath. Let's see how it's gonna look. Here's the second one, I don't. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. So, I mean, practically it would fit, but I made a mistake. This is the minus side, so it should actually be reversed. But it would work, right? I mean, seems like there still would be some place, right? For the video camera. Uh, yeah, it should work. Let's do it. We are gonna do it. So reverse, and you know what? Let's actually use some ISO tape. I might be not the best idea, but it's better than nothing. Where do I have my scissors? Okay. It's gonna cover it to some extent. can actually use the second floor instead of the first. Yeah, like is it a problem if I'm gonna use the second floor? Because perhaps it's not. If I'm gonna do that, maybe I should check the URS, right, where I will put it. So it's not that big, right? Basically like just two antennas. So it would stay maybe somewhere here, right? And then I would I'll probably just rotate the two antennas to the sides, and it would be something like that. So it's actually too long. Like it feels they will interfere with my rotors. Yeah, anyways, they will probably be somewhere here, right? That's fine. Okay, so yeah, I mean, It's absolutely fine. Yeah, let's do it. It would be a little bit of a problem to solder it because I have here so many vulnerable components. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is, right? It works or it doesn't. So, yeah, let's try to prepare the cable. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I mean, I probably, I probably must prepare the cable ends. That would make sense. Turn it on. Wait. Actually, I think I could go for another pin. So what do I wanna do? Do I want to solidify the whole pad? That's actually a bad idea because on the pad I like at least already two cables, something like that, on one. Let's go with one bigger, one size bigger. Something tells me, something tells me to remove it. I don't know why, but I mean, lesser variables in a function makes it easy to solve, right? Right? I guess so. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, how is the saying? It's not much, but it's honest work, right? It's steady. Minus is on minus, plus is on plus, and seems like I could use it, right? I mean, it needs a little bit of cleaning, yeah, yeah, obviously, but overall, it's fine, I guess. Um, where is my toothbrush? Wait, where are the rails? The rails are kinda like it's the middle. And the pins are up. Pins are up. Okay. Okay. Actually, it's a little bit wobbly, so it's mobile. That is what I wanted. That's good. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So far, so good. So basically, um, that's done. Now that EORS antenna is the only thing that I need to do, and then I could just readjust the camera, kind of like make some beautiful somewhat cable holders or guide the cables a little bit better. And yeah, use some zip ties for the antennas, for example, and I think it will be done. Um, yeah, yeah. But right now, maybe let's make a short pause. You know, make a short pause and maybe just make a coffee, something like that. Make a coffee and then come back. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna make a short pause. I'm gonna grab a coffee and we're gonna continue then with that EORS antenna. Let's see how it goes. Alright, see you later. Thank you for watching.